This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Monday, the 30th day of August in the year 2021. I'm Gordon Mosley, and here's what we're tracking tonight. Oral arguments got underway this afternoon in the High Court in the application filed by the Attorney General Anil Nandlal to strike out President Irfan Ali from legal proceedings brought by the Police Service Commission. Lawyers from the two sides maintained their differing views throughout the arguments. During the arguments, the Attorney General said the Police Service Commission's naming of the President in its challenge is unprecedented, and he argued that precedents in relation to presidential immunity has been set in Guyana and across the Commonwealth. It is the contention of the Attorney General that naming the President in the proceedings is contrary to and in contravention of Article 182 and Section 10 of the State Liability Act, and contended also that the President has immunity under Article 182. Mr. Nandlal said his application should not be interpreted to mean that the President is above the law or immune from the challenge, but it simply means that the President cannot be named in the proceedings, but rather the Attorney General. The Attorney General said the President was discharging his duty under the Constitution when he suspended the Police Service Commission. He said the President's actions could be challenged, but not through the President directly. In reply, Attorney Selwyn Peters, who appeared on behalf of the Police Service Commission, maintained that the President is the proper and appropriate party to the proceedings and should remain part of the proceedings, pointing out that it was the President who suspended the Police Service Commission. Mr. Peters argued that such has never happened before, and the President, in the case, must be answerable for his actions. Attorney Peters said while he acknowledges that naming the President is unusual, he submits that the case is unprecedented because of the course of action taken by the President. Peters also contended that there is no risk in naming the President in the proceedings, and if he were part of the proceedings, that would not affect the presidency or his functions. But the Attorney General in his conclusion said he could not imagine a case where a sitting President is waiting on the corridors of the court to answer a judge for a decision that he made as President. Justice Gino Posson has set the 16th of September for the ruling on the matter. More news coming up in just a moment.
I swear you're always late, Mom. Told you 2 hours ago I'm coming to take you on the road and you still ain't ready yet?
Not today. I know you're looking, I gotta pay my phone bill and my internet bill and I can't find it in the post. You bring it just the other day, man.
Like I said, you're always late. You know GTT sending you bills straight to your WhatsApp now with their new WhatsApp billing service? Let me show you how to sign up on the website. No more querying at the office. Doesn't matter if bills come late in the mail anymore. Even if you lose again at the house, all you need to do from now on is open WhatsApp to access your monthly bills.
No, you can tell me that.
Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life.
A message from Republic Bank.
We've got exciting news! All 12-ounce yellow cab Buster are now only $100. Buster, live in
Come
full
get
color.
your Buster, $100. Come get your Buster, $100.
I'm in a rush. Digital got me in a rush. Driving style for the summer. Digital summer rush.
Nobody's doing it big like Digicel this summer. Top up with $1,000 or more and collect the letters to spell the word RUSH for a chance to win one of 3 brand new Toyota Rush SUVs. Yes, you heard it right. 3 brand new Toyota Rush SUVs.
Driving style for the summer. Hey, Digital summer rush.
Start topping up now.
Mom, what are you doing with GPL on your list?
Child, you forgot I have to pay GPL?
You got time with GPL.
I have to keep these lights on. The customers who think in that manner and refuse to honor their obligation to GPL are obviously not playing their part in ensuring quality service delivery. So, I will continue to pay my GPL bill on time, every time.
I recognize the value of your point, Mom. You were right.
Let GBTI make your dreams of owning a home a reality. Buy or build your home with us. Let us help you to completely outfit your home and make it move-in ready. Need to purchase land? We finance that too. Benefit from our 10% down payment and interest rates as low as 4.25%. Calculated on the reducing balance with up to 30 years to repay. Switch your mortgage to us and learn about benefiting from the equity in your home. Invest wisely. Apply online or call your branch to schedule an appointment. GBTI, we see Guyana through your eyes.
Welcome back. The number of coronavirus cases continue to rise across the country, with the health ministry reporting today that there are more than 1,900 active cases nationwide, with the city of Georgetown and its immediate environs accounting for over 400 of those active cases. The Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, today said the situation remains worrying. While the government has not dispatched any samples for testing for the Delta variant of the virus, Dr. Anthony is convinced that the fast-spreading variant may be what is responsible for the current spike in new cases.
In and around Georgetown, we now have 409 cases. That's quite a lot. And when you disaggregate it, you see places like Camberville having about 37 cases, Sophia 37 cases, Kitty 29 cases, but almost every ward in Georgetown we have cases that are active. So, if people are not going to adhere to the measures, we are going to see a significant increase in these cases.
In other parts of Region 4, the minister named Mahika, Enmore, Diamond and Grove as other hotspots, with the Diamond and Grove area on the east bank of the Marara having more than 100 active cases. A number of West Marara and Essequibo villages are also seeing a significant increase in new cases of the virus. The health ministry has also seen a rise in new cases in parts of Berbice and Bartica. The Guyana Public Service Union today signaled its intention to take the government to court over the ongoing lockout of unvaccinated healthcare workers from their jobs at the public hospitals. The public hospitals have issued a directive to staff members that they must either be vaccinated against COVID-19 or produce a negative COVID-19 test result at their own cost. The introduction of the vaccination policy has led to scores of workers being locked out from their jobs and marked absent from work. The health minister has already indicated that those marked absent will not be paid for those absent days. Today, the vice president of the GPSU, Dawn Gardner, said the policy is a clear violation of labor laws.
The breach of all the various laws, the necessary laws that govern, that protects the workers. All the breaches we're going to argue. All the breaches. There is no law that states this vaccine should be mandatory. Now we have even today the law that talk about vaccination. There are so many persons to date that still haven't taken all the vaccines as a child that they should have taken. Till now they haven't taken it. And I'm quite sure we may have some of those same persons sitting in the government who haven't taken all of the vaccines when they were younger. The parents didn't give it to them. So why are you forcing somebody now? You're forcing people now to take one, and there's no law saying that you have to get it. That law at that time, it was within a given age. We're talking about adults now. We're talking about adults.
Ms. Gardner also noted that while the union is not against vaccines, it cannot be forced upon the workers, with threats about salary cuts.
What is the government's position actually? What is the aim of the government? Is it to penalize public servants? Is it to penalize workers? I don't understand. The government is the employer of these workers. And you're telling me that you're forcing them is either to take the vaccine or to produce a negative PCR test. And there's a cost. Every PCR test, there's a cost of $25,000. Now, if we look at the minimum wage, it's $70,000. And we look at the cost of a PCR test, it's $25,000. Tell me how much tests can a person do within a month and have the other expenses, personal expense of that individual, especially if that individual is the only breadwinner of the family. Tell me, do we now have an insensitive government making these decisions? I don't understand that.
And she also said the government is still refusing to engage the union while strong-arming the workers.
This bullyism tactics, it must stop. Consultation is what we will welcome. Inclusion is what we will welcome. But don't bully me. Don't bully us. Don't try it.
With the cost for a single PCR test representing almost 20% of the salaries of many of the healthcare workers, they have stated that it is impossible for them to pay for regular tests out of their pockets if they continue to refuse to take the vaccine. The Labour Ministry has been silent on the issue of who should pay for the tests, although the law appears very clear on the issue. In the oil and gas sector right now, ExxonMobil has announced that the company and its contractors have achieved continued growth in capacity building and opportunities for Guyanese during the first half of this year, despite the challenges brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. The company said as of June 2021, 2,865 Guyanese were supporting the company's overall activities, representing 53% of the total workforce. According to the company, the Guyanese workforce grew by 38% to 2,865 at the end of June, which is up from 2,070 in June of last year. And those figures include 568 women. Additionally, the company said during the first half of 2021, combined with its contractors, nearly 19 billion Guyana dollars was spent, with more than 750 Guyanese vendors of goods and services ranging from foodstuff to engineering benefiting. The company said since 2015, a total of 96.4 billion Guyana dollars has been spent directly with Guyanese suppliers. Outreach to local businesses continued through the Center for Local Business Development, with 141 electronic tender notifications being issued to over 3,000 Guyanese companies and mentoring 7 Guyanese companies to be compliant in the new year. The company also said outreach to local businesses continued through the Center for Local Business Development, with 141 electronic tender notifications being issued to over 3,000 Guyanese companies. ExxonMobil Guyana President Alastair Rutledge has reaffirmed the company's commitment to working collaboratively with the government to support the development of a framework that manages local content in a realistic and sustainable way. He said more local content development can be expected with the upcoming projects.
It's important to identify and invest in successive projects that allow for the expansion of efficient operations to provide sustainable employment opportunities, local business growth, and broader economic development across Guyana.
The company is hoping to expand its operations with local contractors during the second half of the year. Municipal matters to report now. The Georgetown City Council has announced that it has commenced the payment of salaries for city workers after a delay of several days. In a statement, Acting Town Clerk Candace Nelson thanked the workers for their patience. The town clerk said it is public knowledge that workers of the Georgetown municipality are performing their tasks and duties under harsh working conditions, yet they remain faithful and committed to their work while facilitating the provision of vital municipal services to local communities within Georgetown. She said going forward, the administration does not anticipate any further delays in the payments of salaries. The Local Government Commission last week confirmed Nelson as the acting town clerk in the height of the City Council's non-recognition of her as interim town clerk. The council maintained that there is no such position as interim town clerk. Mayor Ubraj Narain has complained about Nelson's appointment, describing it as a political appointment meant to disturb the council's work. The Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit has issued a wanted bulletin for this man, Cummings Lodge resident Dexter Morris, also known as Dexter Moore, and DJ Bajan. He is wanted in connection with Friday's 540-pound marijuana bust. In a statement, KANU said it's asking for anyone who may know his whereabouts to contact the KANU headquarters on telephone numbers 227-3507 or 226-0431. The marijuana bust took place on Friday during a joint operation between the police and KANU. The large quantity of marijuana was found at 3 different locations, including the inside of a minibus. 2 persons were initially taken into custody. The wanted man is a popular Route 45 minibus driver and also freelances as an event promoter and disc jockey. A well-loved and respected religious leader in the Berbice area, Pandit Rishi Barrett, was beaten to death on Saturday night after asking a group of men who were gathered outside his yard to lower their music. Police command in the area, Senior Superintendent Jaira Ramlakan, told news source that at least 11 suspects have now been arrested. According to reports, Pandit Barrett was at the Crabwood Creek home when he decided to go outside to a group of men who were gathered in front of his house, drinking alcohol, using foul language, and playing loud music. The Pandit reportedly armed himself with a piece of wood and asked the men to move from the front of his yard. A heated confrontation between the 60-year-old and the men started, and during the row, one of the men attacked the Pandit while the others joined in and started to beat him savagely. Pandit Barrett was left in an unconscious state and later pronounced dead. Police investigators moved in and quickly rounded up and arrested his alleged assailants. The murder has left the Crabwood Creek community and the Hindu community in shock. In a statement, the Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha condemned the savage and heinous beating of the Pandit to death and asked that the perpetrators of the brutal act face the full force of the law. And in a statement of its own issued through Pandit Ubraj Narayan, the Mahasabha also condemned the horrific murder of Pandit Rishi Barrett. The Mahasabha said it is understood that the perpetrators of the crime were imbibing close to the home of the Pandit, and when he requested that they refrain from doing so, he was beaten to death. The Sabha said for years it has supported calls by the wider Hindu community for more attention to be paid to alcohol abuse and noise pollution in rural communities. The police investigations are ongoing.
Hi Guyana, this is Tamika Marshall and I'm here to bring you some need-to-know information on the CDC. So first off, what is the CDC? The CDC, our Civil Defense Commission, is responsible for disaster risk management in Guyana and offers support when affected by floods, droughts, health hazards, now oil spills, etc. It's important to know that disaster risk management extends to every individual, family, community, government, and private sector organizations. I think we can all agree that prevention is better than cure. So what can we all do as individuals to reduce our impact on disasters? Let's look at our most common and frequent hazard, flooding. By law, every individual is responsible for cleaning their drains in front of their homes and parapet. You'll find that improper garbage disposal will result in clogged drainage. So when it rains, there's a flood. Let's do our little part by using trash cans and disposing of our waste properly to reduce and prevent flooding. Want to do even more? Then join the CDC Volunteer Corps. I myself just joined actually. For more information and live updates on the CDC, follow them on Facebook and Instagram and check out their website, cdc.gy.
CDC, here protecting all the way from any emergency.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
We've got exciting news! All 12-ounce yellow cab Buster are now only $100. Buster, live in
Come
full
get
color.
your Buster, Buster $100. Come get your Buster, Buster $100.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right. Walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
I swear you're always late, Mom. told you 2 hours ago I'm coming to take you on the road and you still ain't ready yet?
Not today. I know you're looking, I gotta pay my phone bill and my internet bill and I can't find it in the post. You bring it just the other day, man.
Like I said, you're always late. You know GTT sending you bills straight to your WhatsApp now with their new WhatsApp billing service? Let me show you how to sign up on the website. No more querying at the office. Doesn't matter if bills come late in the mail anymore. Even if you lose it again at the house, all you need to do from now on is open WhatsApp to access your monthly bills.
No, you can tell me that.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up, fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up, protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Across the region tonight, a court in Suriname has convicted President Desi Bouterse of murder for the execution of 15 opponents in 1982, and he has been sentenced to 20 years in jail. Opposition parties have called for Bouterse, currently in China, on an official visit, to step down. The military court that found him guilty has not yet ordered his arrest. Bouterse led Suriname through the 1980s as head of a military government. Then he assumed office again in 2010 and secured re-election 5 years later. The court ruled that Mr. Bouterse had overseen an operation in which soldiers under his command abducted 16 leading government critics, including lawyers, journalists, and university teachers, from their homes and killed 15 of them at a colonial fortress in the capital of Paramaribo. One trade union leader survived and later gave testimony against Bouterse. Bouterse, who has steadfastly denied the accusations and charges, is able to appeal the decision. So far, he has made no comment on his conviction and is expected to travel to Cuba as planned on Saturday. In Brazil, bank robbers strapped hostages to the top of their getaway vehicles after a raid in the southern Brazilian city of Aracatuba. Police said that at least 3 people were killed, among them one suspect. Officials said more than 20 people took part in the heist, blocking off roads with burning vehicles and placing explosive devices across the city. Large-scale bank robberies have become more frequent in recent years, with hostages used as human shields. Initial reports had put a number of assailants at more than 50, but that number has since been revised down to between 15 and 20. And finally tonight, international news. The European Union has recommended a pause on all non-essential travel from the US as COVID-19 cases surge. The daily average for hospital admissions has risen past 100,000 for the first time since last winter in the US. The recent wave driven by the Delta variant is most severe in the US South, but cases are rising nationwide. Monday's guidance from the 27-nation bloc reverses advice from June that lifted restrictions on American travelers ahead of tourism season. The recommendation is non-binding, meaning individual countries will be allowed to decide if they will still wish to allow U.S. visitors with proof of vaccination, negative tests, or quarantine. Though the EU first lifted travel restrictions on Americans in June, the U.S. has kept their travel ban on Europe non-essential travel in place since March of last year. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley, reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.